Hello and welcome to Auto Club Speedway / California, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. It's my home track. Join me today is Henry Sanford.
And I'm glad to be co-commentating with you here at my home track as well.
Tom Gerard looking for that first career win will start no better spot. He's on the pole today. Jeffrey Buckeye will start alongside. And let's see. We got Dylan Young and Trevor Meacham, row 2. Alex Jones and Sam Young, row 3. Pichu London. John McNamara, row 4. Brad Johnson, Kyle Snosky, row 5. Let's take a quick peek of qualifying.
Drivers, start your engine.
Hometown drivers. Gene Sanford starts 15th. Matt Dixon starts 21st. Sky Commons in 28th. Charles Sanford 41st. And where does that 30 start? 29th. Okay, wow. Not a good day for the hometowns. Phone call, yay. Hold on, let me just see who it is. Oh. And we're back. Coming through, field comes through turns 3 and 4. Dodge, Chevy, Ford in the top 3 spots. No better way. How about that? All 3 manufacturers. Mention this now so I don't forget it. Drew Austin, car 33, comes in with a 121-point lead over Adam Derrickson. Top driver without a win, Jacob Budd in 8th. Devin Whitson, Matt Benassi, those also in the top 11 without a win. Green flag's out. We're underway here from the super speedway that is not a plate track. Also the track that you can go 4 wide and make it stick somewhat. Dylan Young going for the race lead.
At this track, wouldn't you be able to go 5 wide?
Yeah, but that really doesn't work.
I thought that would work here. It's wide enough.
Nope, not exactly. Not in that case. Sam Young got sent up to the high side. Gene Sanford making her way up to the front already. Started 15th the first lap around. I'm pretty sure she's already in the top 10. Where is she as they come across the line? How about 6th? From 15th to 6th in 1 lap. Dylan Young, give him the 5 bonus points for leading the first lap. And already into the top 5 for Gene.
Well, Gene's probably going to be one of the most aggressive people in this race, so I assume that she's going to be getting a good spot here.
Here's another one of the hometowns. Matt Dixon, we covered, I think we said start 21st, right? He's running 17th. He's running behind the points leader, Drew Austin. And this time around, they're both in the top 10. And behind him, that's good for Drew Austin. As now Gene's been put up to the high side. Kosnowski back into 3rd. Gerard 2nd. And Dylan Young leads.
Well, here at this track, it doesn't matter if you're pushed up to the top, but as long as you actually go and get a draft.
Oh yeah, and look, Gene's already back into 3rd as she pulled a pretty good crossover. Derek Benassi's up here in the top 5. Let's check on the defending race winner, Warren Cherry, who won here when we first visited the track this season. Ooh, running 38th. I guess the problem was he didn't bring the Harlan Globetrotters car back. Well, Sanford's struggling. We're in the car's just too tight for him, and that's why, and he just can't turn it, and so he can't get underneath the guys to make the pass that he needs to. And Gene Sanford, who hasn't won since Indianapolis last season, she's going for the race lead.
That's exactly why I said that she would be getting a good spot in this race. I honestly thought that she would have led that lap, though.
No, she did not. Actually, she's not the most aggressive. I would say, I don't remember who they are, but Kyle Sosnowski's one of them that would be the most aggressive in this field. And Matt Dixon's making his way up here. 6th place for the one of the other hometown drivers.
Well, I guess that the deciding factor for this race would be how aggressive are you.
Tom Gerard goes for 2nd inside Derek Benassi. pit stops most likely will occur here, as it is as we had pit stops in the truck race whenever when they ran the same distance. Jeff James gonna make it 3 wide for the spot in the top 5. Man, it's been a rough season for Jeff. He's the Daytona winner from the second time we visited last season. It's been 44 races since his last win. And he had to actually, it's just been a tough season because he's actually had to sit out races. And Derek Benassi, as I was mentioning that, has gone to the race lead. So already here on lap 6, we've had 3 different race leaders. As I think that's also about the 3rd lead change. So, but back to Jeff. He had to sit out 2 races this season. He's back in 41st in the points. I mean, it's just whatever can go wrong pretty much has this season. And now Jeff's in the unfortunate position of he would have to make the chase. He'd have to win the next 2 races just to have any shot. So he's going to put his best effort in it, as he's going for second now on Gene Sanford. But Gene has the outside line and will get them down the front straightaway. And the caution flag has flown. Oh, and there's a wrap on the front straightaway.
Oh my god.
Devin Whitson, Sam Young, the Daytona 500 winner, John McNamara, Daniel Day's in it, Brad Johnson, Charles Sanford's got damage, Kyle Austin, hard to tell about Amy Shelley, Bob Johansson's involved, Kyle Thomas has damage, Jeffrey Buckeye, looks like John Azala on the rear end of his car. And remember how I was mentioning pit stops? It looks like the entire field might be getting ready to come on down. We'll see what the strategy is here, as Derek Benassi will lead the field down. There it is. Some people are already committed down as they were on the apron through turn 4. Well, one guy stays out. 2 people, actually. I can't tell exactly which cars those are yet.
I just know that it's a black car and a white car. Sorry, a gray car.
Well, again, past how racist that statement sounds, it looked like maybe the 0 of Harrison Buckeye and the 35 of Dixon. And Elijah Workman's going to win the race off pit road.
Well, it looks like the 0 is one of those that stayed out.
Yep, it's the 0 of Harrison Buckeye and the 35 of Jeff Ozzie Jr. Were you just saying it because of what was on the scoreboard? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, remember I said it kind of looked like it was the 0 and 35. Let's take a look back, though, at what happened to Daniel Day and the rest of those that were involved on this front stretch incident. And we're back, and watch the 2 Dodges here on the outside line. Jake Rogers in the 2, Alex Jones in the 9. You see Jake's going to make contact with the 1, or with the 9, and they go down into the 1 of Daniel Day. There's John Azala getting involved. Jeffrey Buckeye, there's Bob Johansson, there's Brad Johnson. Sam Young, Kyle Thomas, oh, there's Sanford getting his damage. Kyle Austin's involved. I don't think the 12's going to get involved in this. Working their way through it. Let's take an onboard with the 12. It's going to get a little loud. See the wreck happening there in front. Nope. Wow. Great job of missing by the 12 of Amy Shelley. Okay, now it'll move. Okay, let's see. I want to still take a look at John Azala, see how many people hit him. As I'm way too ahead in front of that now. Let's see, there's Buckeye.
So that's two.
That actually looks to be the only one that gets into him. Yeah, and so you just had this huge wreck behind. Devin Whitson's going to hit Sam Young. And I think Warren Cherry's actually going to survive this. As he's just stopped. Hard to tell. Oh well. We'll bring it back for the green flag. We will have a new race leader, and it is the 0 of Harrison Buckeye. And we are back. Those retired after the incident: Brad Johnson, Sam Young, John McNamara, Bob Johansson, and Daniel Day. Like we said, Harrison Buckeye and Jeff Ozzie Jr. stayed out. So third place is Elijah Workman. Then it's Gene Sanford, Matt Dixon, Jeff James, Dylan Young, Trevor Meacham, Kyle Sosnowski, and Brennan Patterson in the top 10. With Derek Benassi, Tom Gerard, Adam Derrickson, Drew Austin, Pichu London, Danny Everett, Jake Rogers, Sky Commons, Alex Jones, and Henry Sanford, the top 20.
Yeah, the thing is with that wreck, that was really devastating, but I've actually seen bigger and worse.
Sure, I've seen worse. I didn't say it was a devastating wreck. I actually didn't say anything about the wreck. It's just, unfortunately, those 5 drivers not going to get the win here today. And Harrison Buckeye, who took probably the most horrific NR 2003 wreck I've ever seen, leads the field down. Jeff Ozzie Jr. looks to the inside. Matt Dixon looks inside of Gene Sanford. And Elijah Workman's going to get to the inside line here and block the 32. Now this is when these guys are going to have to take advantage of everything they have on their tires, even though I don't think anybody changed tires on that came to pit road. But everyone's all grouped together now as Elijah Workman looks for the race lead.
And everybody else, except for the 0 and the 35, will have advantage. As the 35 and the 0 were the only cars that stayed out. So
but even still, no one took tires, so I mean they can't have that big of an advantage, especially at a track where the air does play a key role, and these guys can get a draft off each other.
True.
So the battle for second, though, raging on behind Elijah Workman now as Matt Dixon's inside of Jeff Ozzie Jr. Jeff James now makes a move on inside. Meanwhile, Gene Sanford and Harrison Buckeye still stuck on the outside line. Not too terrible of a thing at this track. I mean, the outside line isn't the worst spot to be, especially on the straightaways. Although it looks like Buckeye's just pushing that 41 down the front stretch. And Dixon now has gone to the race lead. Dixon looking for his second win of the season. And of his career, actually, because he did not win any races last season in the 27 car. Here comes Adam Derrickson. Wow, the Hendrick car moving his way up to the front. And he needs to. 121 points out and... Dixon continues to lead. Jeff James now into second. Elijah Workman third. And Jeff Ozzie Jr. in fourth.
I kind of want to see who is actually going to be the top competitor. I think that's going to be Gene, but if one of these 3 had to win the race, I would actually say that I'd be the 29.
Okay, so you're saying Elijah out of those 3, but obviously you have not shown any signs of anyone else but this 41 car being your favorite to win here today. Gene running the farthest back that she has all race, back here in the 13th position. Inside of Harrison Buckeye, looking inside of last week's winner, Jerry Shelley. And now William Duncan looking to the inside of Gene here. To come across the line in the 13th position. So back up to the front where Elijah Workman's trying to chase down the 32 of Matt Dixon. has Jeff James helping him behind. Then it's Jeff Ozzie Jr. How about the top 5 all being Chevys? As Jeff James makes the move to the inside. The first Ford is Mary Shelley here, and she's just made the move for 6. And we're going to look back for the top running Dodge. There it is. Jake Rogers just outside the top 10. And Jeff James inside of Workman for the second position. Adam Derrickson's going to make the move to the inside of Jeff Ozzie Jr. And Mary Shelley's going to follow underneath. And I know Dixon's loving this because he's just able to pull away now the more they battle. As Mary Shelley not able to make the move to the inside of Adam Derrickson. Derrickson is, however, able to make... Well, never mind. I was going to say he's able to make the move to the inside of the 15, but was not able to.
As the 15 was a little bit too far in front, and therefore he was not able to go anywhere down below him and to stop him from going down any lower.
Thank you for the further explanation of what I just said.
Sorry.
Mary Shelley moves into third. She's got fellow Ford Danny Everett behind her. Both these drivers have a win already this season. Your second place runner does not. Matt Dixon does. There's Jeff Ozzie. He does not have a win. Neither does Dylan Young or Elijah Workman. Pichu London doesn't, and neither does Kyle Sosnowski. Mary Shelley made the move for second, though. Your Season 1 All-Star winner and, what was that? I think Michigan winner this year. Making the move for second. She's got the help from Danny Everett behind. Although Danny's going to make the move for second as well. Again, Matt Dixon loving what he's seeing in his rearview mirror as Jeff Ozzie Jr. makes the move for fifth. Power move from the 35 car there. Oh, sorry, that was the move for fourth. As Mary Shelley now is able to get a draft off the 32 of Matt Dixon, pulling away a little bit from the 99. And Duncan he's looking for fifth. He wants it from Adam Derrickson. Derrickson wants fourth. And meanwhile, we have a battle for the race lead now as there are 4 laps to go at the stripe.
I am now very excited to actually see who would actually win this race. Even though I know it won't be Dean now.
Well, stranger things have happened. Where is the 41 running right now? 12th, so I mean, yeah, probably not going to happen today, but oh well. Matt Dixon trying to fend off the 38 Elastigirl there. Whoa, and Adam Derrickson. Jeff Ozzie Jr. is coming to pit road. And he was in the middle line as they were coming through turns 3 and 4.
And so he is not going to be winning this race.
You know, let's see if the Zero's on pit road as well. He's the other person that did not pit underneath the caution. No, he's not. Harrison Buckeye's still on the track. And he's in the middle lane now as Drew Austin goes to the inside.
I wonder if this guy is crazy.
Well, probably not. But it's going to be interesting to see if he can actually make... Well, he's not pitting that time around either. Elijah Workman did, though. Workman pitted, and he did make a pit stop under the caution. Mary Shelley will stay out. There's Workman. He's the only person on pit road right now. See if they do anything with the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet here. Okay, well, they're coming to the white flag here this time around. Mary Shelley might be pitting. She is, and that hands the lead right back to Matt Dixon. It's going to be a 2-car battle for the race win. Could the hometown driver win it? Matt Dixon versus Danny Everett. Both of them have a win. Oh, for a second there, I thought the caution was out. Because Danny Everett got out of the throttle. Coming through turns 3 and 4 though.
He needs to get a very good draft off it.
Not gonna
otherwise
happen. It's not gonna happen. The hometown driver, Matt Dixon's gonna go to victory lane at California.
Oh, it was final lap. I thought that was the 24th lap for some odd reason.
Good job.
Yeah, I thought there was 2 laps to go, not at the final lap.
Mary Shelley unfortunately pits coming to the white flag. She Matt Dixon coming down and getting ready to celebrate will be a huge win for him. Not only actually is it his second win, but it comes at probably the most special place for him to win other than maybe Daytona or Indianapolis, and even it might still be higher than Indianapolis. I mean, every driver dreams of winning at their home track. Matt Dixon, that dream has just become a reality as the Tide Elastigirl, the Incredibles Chevrolet gets in the victory here today. And he's doing his best job to burn off those weird tires down here at the start-finish line. As he comes down to victory lane, I wouldn't like to use that camera, but unfortunately it's best camera angle. He pulls it into victory lane. We'll see you guys next week. Race 26. It decides it. Kansas for trucks and Richmond for Nationwide and Cup. Tempers might just flare a little bit with all the pressure these drivers are under. I'm Gordon Fantino. This has been a production of the Inorl Racing and Contained. I'll see you guys next time.